Hello and welcome to Everyday's Kitchen. Today we are going to make a super nice no-bake dessert which consists of many green tea flavored crepes, and in between these crepes there are layers of sweet custard cream. This crepe cake may look sophisticated to you, but believe me, it actually doesn't require much effort. As long as you know how to make crepes, you will succeed with making this wonderful crepe cake. So we are going to prepare the green tea crepes first. Break into a mixing bowl 3 eggs and lightly beat them, but don't beat them too much so that they will become light and foamy. Next, add into the bowl the milk and mix very well. Then we're gonna add the melted butter and vanilla extract. Mix very well until we have a smooth liquid mixture like in the video. In another bowl, sift in the flour, matcha powder, and sugar. Then whisk well to help these ingredients to combine. Gradually add this flour mixture into the egg and milk mixture in the previous step. Keep whisking constantly to help the flour incorporate it with the liquid mixture. And finally run this batter through a sieve to remove any lumps. In the end, we should have a smooth and thin batter like in the video. Cover the bowl and let it sit in the fridge for about 20 to 30 minutes. After this resting time, take the crepe batter out of the fridge and give it some stirs. You will find that it becomes a little bit thicker, and if you feel that it's too thick, then feel free to add a little bit more milk to make it thinner. Heat a pan on medium-low heat and melt a little butter in the pan, then use a kitchen towel to wipe most of this butter. Pour the cake batter into the pan. I use about 3 tablespoons of batter, and I'm using a pan with 22 centimeters in diameter. Regarding the heat, we want the heat to be from low to medium-low. The pan should be hot enough so that the crepe starts to be cooked right at the moment when the butter touches it. However, it shouldn't be too hot because the crepe will get burnt very quickly. If you don't have much experience with crepes, then you may want to try with 1 or 2 tablespoons of batter first to test the heat of a pan. Also, we want the crepe batter to be thin enough so that it can run easily in the pan like in the video. If you feel that the batter is too thick, then you can add extra milk into the batter and mix well. Let the crepe be cooked for about 1 to 1.5 minutes. When the edge of the crepe turns dry and can be pulled away easily from the side of the pan, use a spatula to flip it over. Continue to cook for about 45 seconds until the other side of the cake is done. Then transfer it to a rack and let it cool down completely. Continue with the rest of the crepe batter, and always stir the batter well before pouring new batches into the pan because the flour might sink into the bottom of the bowl while waiting for the crepe in the pan to be cooked. From this batter we can make about 12 to 15 crepes, and this number varies depending on how thick you want your crepes to be. Let the crepes cool down completely, then we're going to trim off this edge. These edges are normally thinner than the center of the crepes, so this step will help to make our crepes look nicer. I use a bowl as a guide to cut the crepe here, but you can use anything similar such as a round baking pan or a normal cooking pan. First, add into a mixing bowl all of the egg yolks and sugar. Whisk until the yolk turns lightly pale and foamy, then sift in the flour and mix very well. Next, we are going to add the warm milk into the bowl, little at a time, and keep whisking while you are pouring the milk into the bowl. Mix very well to help all of the ingredients to incorporate. And finally, pour this mixture into a pan. Use a sieve to remove any lumps in the mixture. Cook this custard on medium heat and keep stirring constantly to prevent the egg in the custard being cooked, which will make the custard get color. We will remove the pan from heat when the custard turns thick and glossy like in the video, and if we taste the custard, there should be no floury taste. Pour this custard cream into a bowl and with a spatula mix roughly for about 1 to 3 minutes. This helps the custard get smoother and cool faster. Then cover the surface with plastic wrap to prevent a crust from forming and put the bowl into the fridge. Leave it there for about 30 to 40 minutes until the cream is chilled completely. So Soak the gelatin leaves with water in about 15 minutes until the gelatin gets soft. Then microwave for about 20 to 30 seconds. Then stir well to have the gelatin dissolve completely into the water. Let it cool down a little bit. Whip the cream and sugar on high speed and add the gelatin in little at a time while whipping the cream. We will keep whipping the cream at high speed until the cream turns quite thick like in the video. Then we need a spatula to lower and continue whipping until the cream almost reaches stiff thick. Don't over whip the cream because it will make the cream curdled. Take the custard cream out of the fridge and add the whipped cream into the bowl. Fold gently to incorporate the cream into the custard cream. And in the end, we should have a bowl full of smooth and quite thick cream like this. If you feel like the cream is a little bit too thin and runny, then put it back into the fridge with the bowl covered by plastic wrap and leave it there for about 20 to 30 minutes until it gets thicker. Put the first crepe onto the cake base, then put some pieces of parchment paper under this crepe to prevent the cream sticking to the base. Spread some cream onto the crepe. Then put another crepe onto it and repeat with these steps until the last crepe. For each layer of cream I use about 3 tablespoons, and in total there are 15 layers of crepe in my cake. So voila, now we have a beautiful crepe cake, and the last step to do is to put this crepe back into the fridge and leave it there for about 2 hours until the cream is completely thickened. So now the cake is ready, and the very last thing to do is to decorate it. I used stencil to make some patterns on the surface of the cake, but dusting some green tea powder on top is already fine. If you don't serve the cake right away, then you can keep it in the fridge for about 2 days. And remember, only dust the green tea powder just before you serve it. So guys, I hope you liked the tutorial and I wish you a lot of success with this cake. Thank you very much for watching, and if you have any questions, please leave them below this video. Goodbye for now, and see you again in other videos of Everyday's Kitchen.